It's hot girl reading time. Hello everyone, welcome. If you are new, my name is Izzy. Hey, I don't recommend books a super ton because sometimes I feel like it's kind of repetitive, but I always love to do a summer book recommendations because personally I feel like when it's summer you have more time to read. It's just more like fun to read if you need a beach read of any kind. These hopefully will help you start your reading journey or just some book recs. These are some books that I've been loving recently or I just think would be really good beach reads. Also, we're going to talk about some books that are on my summer TBR, so you can get some inspiration that way too. Let's get started. First book I have is The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. This is essentially, this guy is famous and she's the bodyguard. There's been like a threat on this guy's life and his management decides to hire him a bodyguard, but he's going home to see his sick mom and she's got to pretend to be his girlfriend. So there's no like causing of alarms that his life is in danger. It was just a fun, silly little book. This was my first ever Catherine Center book I read and I really enjoyed it. I also really liked the rom-commers by her. I feel like that one would also give kind of summer energy. This is just such a fun, easy, fast little book. You could read this on the beach like nothing. Next book I have is Wild Side by Elsie Silver. This is part of the Rose Hill series. I really enjoyed this one. This one is about Tabitha and Reese. Tabitha is trying to gain guardianship of her nephew, but Reese technically has legal guardianship of her nephew. This one's kind of like enemies to lover, marriage of convenience, a slow burn if you like a slow burn. He's also a wrestler, which is kind of like a random silly kind of thing, but I think it's really fun. I think the atmosphere is also really fun because they're like in this small town in Canada. Next book I have is a dystopian and that is Watch Me by Tahara Mafi. This is actually a spin-off of the Shatter Me series. We are following our main character James, who is going to this island that is kind of like the last remaining island of the reestablishment, and he's just kind of going there to see what kind of technology they still have, like how they're still progressing, and he's also kind of just going because of and gigs. And then our other perspective is Rosabelle, who is an assassin for the reestablishment. James is very silly, very funny, very not serious kind of, where Rosabelle's very closed off, very serious. She's gone through a lot of trauma. It's very interesting. I really like this. I love seeing all the other Shatter Me characters as well. It is so good to like see them again, I guess. This was a really good starting book. So I think, hey, oh, he's eating my wall. I'm so sorry. Give me one sec. Let's break. Go watch my last video to see this little guy and you don't know who this is. If you didn't watch my last video and you don't know who this is, you're fake. If you loved the Shatter Me books, I really liked this one. I think it's really fun. The next book I have is Wildfire by Hannah Grace. Wildfire is about Russ and Aurora. They have a one-night stand together. Don't think they're gonna see each other ever again, but they do get to see each other again when they both find themselves to be camp counselors for this camp that has a no fraternizing rule. They get entangled with all kinds of the activities during the summer camp. I do think this gives like summer fun energy if you want to read about a camp. I really liked it. I did think it was fun. Oh, quick shout out to Till Summer Do Us Part by Megan Quinn. If you also want like a summer camp energy. Our main character Scotty, she lies about having a husband at her job. Her boss pulls over and is like, hey girl, like my husband's a marriage counselor. Like he can help you. She finds a fake husband, which his name is Wilder. They go to this marriage counseling session. The marriage counselor is like, dude, y'all need to go to my marriage counseling summer camp because you guys need to revive this marriage. That's what they end up doing, going to this marriage counseling summer camp because their marriage is falling apart, even though it's fake. It was actually pretty good. For a while I didn't think I was going to like it, but I actually really enjoyed it. So if you want like another summer camp kind of vibe, that one was good. It's also a new release if you want to read something new from Megan Quinn. It's on Kindle Unlimited as well. Next book I have is Just for the Summer by Abby Jimenez. This is kind of the last book in her Part of Your World little interconnected series. You don't have to read all of them, but I would highly suggest you read the other two before this one because there is some like shocking things in this one that connect all the characters. We are following Emma and Justin. Justin kind of posts a thing like on Reddit where it's like that, am I the asshole? Every person I date, they break up with me and they find their new love. Well, Emma sees it and she's like, oh my gosh, this happens to me too. And they kind of bond over that. Emma has a very tumultuous relationship with her mother. He's also dealing with like his mom is going to jail and he has to take care of his 3 little siblings now. It is really fun. It does give that summer energy because they're doing like similar activities, but there's also some deeper things in there to keep you hooked and figure out how these characters are gonna figure out their. Next book I have is Atmosphere by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is the newest release from Taylor Jenkins Reid. We are following our main character, Joan. She has signed up to be an astronaut. She's one of the first female astronauts to ever go up into space. We are following her on her journey to becoming an astronaut, but we're also following another timeline where she is in mission control and something has gone wrong during a mission. So she is helping the astronauts up in space figure out what is going on. We're following Joan of her being an astronaut, but we're also following her in her love story. It is very good. I really enjoyed this. I loved the relationship in this one. The way that Joan talks about space and stars and stuff like that is just so good. Next book I have is The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. These two characters, they get married in, well, they get fake married in college because they are both wanting student housing. They divorce. Supposedly 3 years later happened. This girl gets a phone call from the guy and was like, hey, you remember me? Yeah, so we actually didn't get a divorce and I need you to come to my sister's wedding in like the Bahamas. Are you good with that? Or like, I hope you want to come because like I need you to do this for me because like my inheritance is like in jeopardy. We are following these two characters while they go to his sister's wedding. He has a very tumultuous family relationship. It is just absolutely crazy. But I really loved this one. I think the girl adds a lot of comedic aspects. They're at like this resort beach area. It is so much fun. His family is also very crazy, so you see a lot of drama that way. The summer vibes are so good in this one because they're like at a resort for a wedding. It's so fun, okay? I can't help it. It's fun. Next book I have is the Lakefront Billionaire series. So far, I know the newest one is coming out in August. Now, Love Unwritten, I think is probably more of like the summer vibes. They are literally going on vacation in Hawaii. Yeah, we are following Ellie and Raphael. Raphael is a single dad who is a billionaire, and Ellie is his nanny, and she helps him out with his little kid. And they're going to Hawaii for summer vacation. Very fun. This one is a slow burn. So if you love a slow burn like I do, you will probably really enjoy this one. And also, like I said, the summer vibes are so good. The next series I have is the Avalon Tower series by C.N. Crawford and Alex Rivers. We are following our main character, Nia, who kind of gets swept away into this Fae Spy Academy. I would tell you more, but honestly, I think the world building in these books is kind of confusing in the first book. It's a lot of like everything kind of mashed together, but for some reason it works. I like this. It's not super crazy. It's something fun and silly. It's all on Kindle Unlimited if you want to read it. So those are all the books that I have to recommend. Kind of summer energy or maybe some beach reads you want to get to. So now let's go into some of the books that are on my summer TBR and they're kind of on my radar for the summer. First book I have is A Novel Love Story by Ashley Poston. I still have yet to read this. This came out last year. Her newest book literally just came out too. I do want to read it, but I need to get to this one first. I think she is somehow gets transported into her favorite romance series. Oh my gosh, there is a freaking word search at the end of this book. Oh my gosh, it's Trope-tastic word search. Wait, that's so fun. I love Ashley Poston's books and I just haven't had a chance to read this one. Okay, this one I'm not really sure what it's about, so we'll have to read the back, but it's Grown Ups by Emma Jane Unsworth. I picked this up at like a library sale. Basically, this one is about this girl's life is falling apart and her mom decides to move in with her. I'm assuming this is gonna be something about like family relations and finding yourself and I don't know, something like that. Next one I have is Cleopatra and Frankenstein by Coco Mellors. This has been on my TBR for literally a year. I need to read it, okay? I think this one is about like these people get into a marriage when they're very young and they're kind of like now kind of realizing like stuff about the other person and kind of what they have been struggling with. Also, their relationship is affecting other people as well as themselves. An addictive, humorous, and poignant debut novel about the shockwaves caused by one couple's impulsive marriage. There we go. I know this was like a huge book talk book like back in the day that I still haven't had a chance to read. I do want to get to it if I'm like feeling like a literary fiction studious vibe. I feel like I'll really like this. Next book I have is Fashionably Late by Nadine Dejani, I think. This one is literally about a girl's trip, I think. This girl has basically the perfect life. She doesn't pass her accounting final. She decides that instead of going and like solving the problems or anything. She goes on a girls trip with her friends. I am curious. I don't know anything about this. I thought this cover was super cute. I don't know if this is gonna be any good. I haven't heard anything about this. I just picked this up at like a random Goodwill. Well, we will see. It gave summer energy. Next books I have are the Cinnamon Bun Bookstore and Strawberry Patch Pancake House by Lori Gilmore. I've been wanting to continue the series, and I have heard that this one is more summer atmosphere. This one just came out not too long ago. This book series is like nothing like super cray cray. So I just want to read it. One Golden Summer by Carly Fortune. Okay. I want to read this book because this will be my last attempt at reading Carly Fortune. I think she's okay. She's just not my favorite. I don't really know if I like really need to read this, but I have heard really good things about it. If you read Every Summer After, it is the other brother. This is his romance. I have heard is pretty good. This is kind of my last attempt to see if I like Carly Fortune. I think she's a really good author in like setting up scenes, but if I don't connect with the romance or the story, then it's kind of pointless to me. I also have Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood. This is kind of like a spin-off book of Not in Love by her. They're going to Italy or something. I could totally be wrong. I have no really clue what this one is about, but I've heard kind of mixed opinions about this one too, but I still want to read it. Next book I have is Promise Me Sunshine by Cara Bastone. I have not ever read from this author, and I've heard this one was pretty good. I still don't really know what this one is about. Should we read what it's about? Let's look it up. It looks like a cute little summer read. Oh, just kidding. Maybe not. Grieving the loss of her best friend, a young woman's life is turned upside down when she meets a grumpy stranger who swears he can help her live again. Her best friend Lou recently passed away after a battle with cancer, and her death has left Lenny feeling completely lost. Oh. So maybe not. This is not a cute summer romance, but I do want to read it, and I think it is. I think I've heard good things about it. Not me thinking that was like a fun little cute summer romance. Obviously I didn't do my research, okay? I also want to read You with a View by Jessica Joyce. I think I want to read this one first before I read The X-Files. 2 weeks on the road, stuck in a car with your high school enemy. Ooh, so this is a road trip romance. If you know one thing about me, I love a road trip romance. I think it's so fun. I love a road trip. With your high school enemy, so it's academic, probably rivals. That's gonna be slay. Me not knowing anything. I also really want to read The X-Files by her because I've heard really good things about it. And like I said, I also love like a wedding setup too. I think those books are so fun. And the last book I have is My Friends by Frederick Bachman. If I've been wanting to get to a contemporary fiction book, I think I would really like this. It's like told in 2 timelines, I believe. I think this girl's obsessed with this painting. She's like going through some things and something. The other one is of like the little boys in the painting. But I want to get into Frederick Bachman. I have never read a book from him. Color me intrigued. That's all I got. There's also obviously so many more books I'm gonna probably read this summer. I have some videos planned. Oh, uh-oh. Did you find this squeaker? But yes, thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you all in my next one. Bye.